Coming up this week on a special edition of Montclair News Lab, we take you behind the scenes of some of our favorite stories.
Duty and service never left him when his military career ended.
As our reporters share how they got the story.
And that's why I wanted to do this news piece, because people always get wide-eyed when I tell them that I changed my major 3 times.
And we'll check in with our sports unit, TBD, for a look back at some of their favorite stories.
Rocky, what does tailgating mean to you?
From the School of Communication and Media at Montclair State University, this is Montclair News Lab. Hello and welcome to Montclair News Lab. From the School of Communication and Media, I'm Ashley Kuzakonki.
And I'm Amanda Eustace. Each week, we scour campus, Montclair, and New Jersey to bring you news and stories we'll be talking about all week. Our first story originally aired a few weeks back during our special Veterans Day edition of Montclair News Lab. Baby Garcia has a story of how a Glen Rock barbershop provided free haircuts to the military at the annual Firewatch Festival.
Casey Taramocha owns the iconic barbershop in Glen Rock. The shop combines an old-world barbershop appearance with modern-day amenities and techniques. He caters to service members past and present and calls the shop military-friendly. Barber Tom Wright is a Marine Corps veteran. He is known as the Jarhead Barber. His sense of duty and service never left him when his military career ended.
When you're in the military, you're giving back to your country, and you have that sense of duty while you're in. When you get out, you still yearn for that feeling to give back and to help out. And I think also it's very important to let veterans know that they're valued and that we really appreciate what they do.
From 1996 to 2000, Tom Wright was an infantryman in the United States Marine Corps. Wright deployed twice within the Marine Corps Security Force Company in Bahrain and a 6-month deployment in the Mediterranean. He retired as an E4, or a corporal. Another one of the barbershop's loyal customers is Nick Magarelli, Director of Veteran Affairs for the Borough of Fairlawn and an Air Force veteran. He organized the annual Firewatch Festival. Firewatch is a military term to protect, fitting appropriately within the theme of the Firewatch Festival. It is a public community event that shows appreciation and brings awareness to our past and present troops. It recently took place at the Memorial Park and School in Fairlawn. The iconic barbershop setup is a forward operating base at the festival. Tom Wright from the iconic barbershop gave free haircuts at the festival. It's unusual to get a haircut at a festival, but Wright says veterans can adapt to any situation.
They can work well under pressure. They have excellent leadership skills. So, I have a special place in my heart for the Marine Corps, but, veterans wide.
Billy Cook has a table where instead of patrons writing letters to troops overseas, they write messages on baseballs and ship them out. Other events at the festival included a Veterans Affairs Outreach Center, vet-owned businesses, and plenty of food. The iconic barbershop's free haircuts were one of the biggest attractions. With every cut, snip, and fade, their mission to provide the best quality haircuts to the armed forces of all ages remains constant. This is Baby Garcia from Montclair News Lab.
In the studio with us today is Baby Garcia to discuss how she covered the story.
Now, baby, tell us how you use social media to find your piece.
Well, I actually saw the Firewatch Festival flyer on my Facebook newsfeed, and I was very interested in the activities featured, and it said free haircuts to military service members, so I got curious and I contacted the iconic barbershop that was mentioned in the flyer that I saw.
Now, you are a previous Marine,
Yes.
So what are some challenges that come from covering a story that you feel so strongly attached to?
Well, even though that covering stories about the military is one of my favorite beats, I also have to keep in mind that I cannot be biased. I need to make sure that I'm reporting accurate information and not putting so much of my input on it and more of telling stories about the people involved.
And what was your favorite part of telling this story? It was such an interesting piece, but what was your favorite part?
Honestly, all of it. I love covering the festival, just interacting with the people I interviewed, and just getting to know the barbershop in general.
That's great, baby.
Fun.
Thank you. As we've reported this semester, not all students have an easy time deciding their major. Olivia Paez introduces us to students who originally declared one major, but soon realized it wasn't the right one for them.
Kenneth Martinez was originally a computer science major, but realized in his sophomore year of college that his interests lied not with computers, but with people.
I took a cultural anthropology class at Bergen Community, and I really enjoyed that, and I wanted to find out more, so I just started doing some research, and then I decided to join the anthropology major there.
According to the U.S. Department of Education, 33% of students earning a bachelor's degree have changed their majors at least once during their college career. Michelle Rios is also familiar with changing majors. Originally, she was a communications major, but didn't feel like she belonged.
And it wasn't until probably my sophomore year I realized that I wanted to help people, and I've always felt like social work was something I wanted to do.
Both Martinez and Rios are happy with the changes that they've made.
I knew that it was probably the best thing that I did, especially because it led me to other things in my life right now, and it helps me get more involved, and just acknowledging so many resources on campus and in schools and everything.
Montclair State has a new resource for students who are unsure about what they want to study. Located in Sprague Library, University College assists undeclared students in picking a major. They also have advising resources for students looking to change their area of study.
We can help those students meet their academic goals, whether it be in the college and school that they ultimately intend to go into, or whether it's help open their mind and show them a totally different path that they didn't even know existed for them.
Students looking to change their major can go to montclair.edu/university-college for more information.
We have lots of resources to help them ultimately pick the right choice and hopefully graduate successfully and onto a very satisfying career with that choice.
From Montclair News Lab, this is Olivia Paez.
Olivia is with us now to provide insight on what is a sometimes stressful topic for students. So Olivia, do you know of any students who are going through a tough time like this?
I actually do. I know someone who changed their major from computer science to anthropology, and he's actually in the news piece. So I found it really interesting how he changed from such a different major to a completely different one, and how he went from enjoying computers to now enjoying learning about people and society. So I thought that was really interesting.
Now I understand that you actually changed your major before. What was the experience like for you?
It was crazy because I changed it 3 times. So I was originally a bio major, then I went to literature, and then I went to journalism. So it's all completely different things. And I think it's really funny to tell people because they're always really surprised. And that's why I wanted to do this news piece, because people always get wide-eyed when I tell them that I changed my major 3 times. So I wanted to show people that you could change your major and you could still move on with life and be a good student.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Thank you so much, Olivia. On the first day of classes, an incident at the NJ Transit Station on campus, police respond, arrests, and a viral video. That's a story I reported for Montclair News. Let's look. On the very first day of school, an off-duty Montclair State police officer saw a fight near the NJ Transit Station and called for backup. Montclair student Jeff Hermedhi was here in this NJ Transit parking garage when he saw police responding to a fight right down below. He took out his cell phone and started recording. He filmed the officers pulling their weapons out against the unarmed young men.
Immediately taking out their guns, just getting ready to shoot just in case, shoot first, ask questions later.
Students and 13 Montclair State police officers, including Chief Paul Sell, attended an extraordinary Student Government Association meeting to speak about what happened. Chief Paul Sell of Montclair State answered any questions students had.
Combatants were placed under arrest. 2 other persons that they didn't know who they were searched, released, and within 45 seconds the incident ended with no one being injured.
Over a month after the arrest and the student government meeting, Montclair State students still feel uncomfortable with what happened.
Definitely put on the back burner. I don't think it's resolved. I think it was kind of just brushed aside.
I was literally in awe because this was happening on my campus. And this typically happens, online. And so you wow, but you never think that it could hit home this close. And I was literally just disgusted with the campus police.
This video, like many that have surfaced through the nation in the past few years, raises questions about police training and tactics. University police say the incident was sent forward to the prosecutor's office immediately after it happened, and there were no findings of abusive use of force. While no one was injured, this incident highlights the sometimes difficult relationship between young men of color and the police. I'm Ashley Kuzikonki from Montclair News Lab.
Now, Ashley, I hear you have updates on this story. What can you tell us as of now?
Right, so the campus police actually are more in contact with the students on campus and a lot of the organizations here as well. So they actually held an event a couple weeks ago to kind of, answer any more further questions students may have had. And it actually turned out really great. There has been a good building communication between the campus police and the students on campus.
Now, what was it like working with the police department? I feel like it isn't that easy.
Right, yeah, it's definitely difficult to get in contact with them. They're all very busy people. I definitely did have to, drive it a little bit more than I would have to, ask another person for an interview. But it ended up really well, so I got everything that I needed.
And what was your favorite part of this story, particularly?
My favorite part was exposing what the students had to say about the incident, their feelings and what they feel now and what they wish and hope to see in the future as well with the campus police.
Very interesting. Each week, our sports unit, TBD, takes us behind the scenes of sporting events in and around campus. Here's a special piece they've prepared on their favorite pieces.
Thanksgiving's a special time for the letter F. Food, family, and football. Our family can't be with you all today to feast, but while we play our annual football game, why don't you enjoy some of our favorite TBD moments?
Rocky, what does tailgating mean to you?
Tailgating means having fun and dancing and eating.
Right next to you. You're gonna call hike, you're gonna give it
60 wins. It's very special. I will be honest, it's not something that I have kept track of.
Watching these kids grow, it's been so refreshing to see. I played for this program when I was younger. I just wanted to make it better than when I was playing. We're seeing guys play with toughness. We're seeing them do it the right way. It's hard because, we don't get paid for this. We do it for the kids.
We put in a lot of work this season, like in the training ground, and it really brought us together as a unit, as a team, as a brotherhood, as a family.
We talk about it all the time, getting t-shirts, and we were able to accomplish it.
Today, I am a field utility.
I am the handheld camera operator. There's no really other opportunity that gives you this kind of experience.
From all of us here, we'd like to wish you a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you TBD!
Here today is Brian Flores, here to talk about TBD's contributions to the show.
Now, besides Montclair News Lab, where else does TBD publish their work?
So we do it either strictly through our Twitter, it's TBD Sports 1, or we do it through our own separate Instagram pages.
And what has TBD done for you and the other students involved in your careers?
Oh, it's definitely done wonders for us. We've either learned how to shoot the camera, how to edit, or just how to control the field and work things out there.
What has been the most memorable moment, at least for you, and being a part of this TBD team?
I loved doing that flag football game. It was so much fun. We did a lot of set shots. It was a really good learning experience to go along with all the fun to go along with it.
Well, thank you, Brian, for being here with us. And thank you for joining us on Montclair News Lab. From the School of Communication and Media, I'm Amanda Eustace.
And I'm Ashley Kuzikonki. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Montclair News Lab and follow us on Twitter at MSU News Lab to view the latest newscasts and get a behind-the-scenes look at our weekly productions. We leave you with the photo of the week from Professor Franklin's Multimedia News Production course taken by Robert O'Connor.